Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we're taking a look through another 100 vintage Penguin books from that mega collection I bought a few months back. These are Penguin's main series 1500 to 1600. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Okay then, so Appleby Plays Chicken. Got 6p on the front, so it's been a while since I've done any sort of main series books, and that's because I've been doing some puffins, as you've been seeing on the latest videos, and I've also had other fish to fry. My boy recently celebrated his 18th birthday, and he's also off to uni quite soon, so we've had quite a bit to organise with that, as you can imagine. That's actually pretty nice, except it's got some tape on it. So that's obviously something that, you know, real life has to take priority. But I have also been planning quite a bit of other stuff, much of which, by the time you watch this video, would have been and gone. But I've been spending quite a bit of time getting that prepped. This includes going to the Penguin Collectors Fair, which is going to be in Exeter. And this is the first time I've been to one in about 20 years. I've been a member of the Collectors Society for 30 years, just under. No, it is 30 years this year I've been a member, amazingly. And usually their AGMs and meetups are much north of London, you know, usually quite a way up. And for once in Exeter, which is ideal for me because it's only up the road. So this one's looking a little bit rough. Blimey. So I feel obliged to go to it, to be honest, you know. But it does mean that it's a place where I can sell off a lot of the doubles. So I'm going to be making a concerted effort to clean 100 books a day. And with the hope that I'll have everything cleaned, priced and ready for the Exeter meet. Because the day after the Exeter Penguin show is another paperback show at All You Need Is Books. Now that's in Wiltshire. And that's at Zardos Books. Now, Morris has got a fantastic warehouse full of books. And these are the books that he's got on his website. And then directly next door, sort of across the car park, as it were, he's got a really nice retail premises. And it's nicely laid out. And all the books in there are a pound a book. So you can't go far wrong when the books are priced that cheaply, you know what I mean? So, and that's the very next day after the Penguin show. So, Penguin show on Saturday, All You Need Is Book show on the Sunday, which is great. So hopefully, all my spares I'll have sorted by then. And I'll bring all my doubles along. That's the plan anyway. Whether it's going to work like that, we shall see. But if I haven't quite got everything done by then, well, I'll just take along what I have done. First time using the glue for a day or two, so we'll see how it comes out. Yeah, it's coming out all right. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. So yes, I haven't actually got that one. So that's going to be in the collection, but it's going to be there as obviously as an upgrade. This one I have got, but not in such nice condition. So this will be a nice upgrade to my own one. And I've really got no time at all because of the deadline of the Penguin show and the book fair. I've got no time at all to do anything but clean this collection up. So this has to be literally priority number one. If necessary, I might need to even drop a video on my main channel, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. But I think I've still got, even after doing this 100 that we're doing now, I've got 1,700 more books still to do, which is rather a lot. So I really need to sort of buckle down and get cleaning. A tiny little bit of spine come away there. There we are. I should do that. Laurels are poison. Oh dear. Now, as well as the Penguin show, I've got various toy shows I'm going to be attending in Exeter and Shepton Mallet. And I am also booked into 2 shows in London. The Bloomsbury Book Fair, which has also got an accompanying photography fair next to it, which I'm really looking forward to that one. That'll be really interesting. Never been to that one before. And then the very next month is the London Paperback Show. So we have got some good stuff coming up. Between now and the start of December. Inevitably, a couple of things have had to fall by the wayside, so I'm not going to be able to attend the DevCon, which is like a local science fiction convention. Or, you know, I've been to the last few and they've been really good actually. But in fact, the last one I met Paul McGann at, a former Doctor Who. But sadly, I'm not going to be free on that Sunday this time round. But hopefully I'll be able to make the one afterwards. There we are, so that's okay now. Nancy Mitford, don't think I've got. Yeah, that's okay. It's funny how many of these are just like priced on the front. I think it was much more common back in the day than it would be today, where people generally put a price just on the inside. There we are. Lovely, perfect. Not a spot on that one. Dishonored Bones. Nice early Penguin Modern Classic, but it's got a coffee ring around it. So this particular one, I'm going to put to one side, and we'll give this one a bit of a polish as well at the end, because I reckon things like coffee rings, either they come off really, really easily with a little bit of polish, or they don't move at all. That's definitely worth trying that, to put some on there. So that can be on a separate little pile. I certainly won't be polishing all of these. It will just take too long. but the ones that need it definitely will. In actual fact, that one is a little bit grubby, so I'm going to put that one in the to be polished pile as well. Right, the Widow, 10p there. So I'm quite excited. I'm getting a new filming camera tomorrow. It's the first one I've got. Up until now, this channel, my cleaning channel, is a couple of years old, but my main channel is over 5 years old now. And in that time, I've camera-wise, I've only ever used old mobile phones. And a few months back, well, probably about 6 or 7 months ago, I started filming in 4K. And I think the difference was really, really noticeable. And I've certainly tried to up my game with regards to my microphones and sound. But tomorrow, I'm due a delivery where I'm going to try a brand new dedicated camera. So it's a Panasonic Lumix. And it's, for stills as well as videography. And I think although it's initially a little bit intimidating, I'm confident I'm going to be able to get to grips with it fairly swiftly. No hurry. I'll take my time until I'm really proficient at it, and then I'm going to start filming some videos with it. And I think you'll really notice the difference. But what it will mean is I'll have a couple of cameras that I can use, and I'll hopefully be able to, intersperse the footage. So maybe something from up above, and then the angle that you're seeing it at now. And it might end up being quite fun. That so. Although it will, of course, add a bit of work in post-production. But, if I've got A and B roll, as it's called. But that's okay. But yeah, so look out for that. Hopefully another little improvement coming to the channel very soon. And for me, that's what it's all about. It's getting the videos looking as good as possible and having decent content as well, ideally. It's nice, isn't it? Loads of these. I mean, I've got not a bad run of this 100. I've maybe got about 40, but there's so many here that I've never seen before that it's really, really good. I'm going to be loving filling in lots of gaps on this particular 100. There's a 15 peeler right down the bottom there. I don't like it when they're on the inside front cover like that, right into the groove. One thing I won't be doing with the new camera is I won't be doing the brushing because it's just going to be too dusty and I don't want the camera getting dusty. So when I get to do that bit, that'll be done separately, just recorded on the phone as it has been right now, Right, I'm going to just wipe that pile over there. And slide that in there and we'll make a fresh pile. Bitter honeymoon. Vengeance of the Rich. I hear good things about C.P. Snow, and I've got a friend who swears that they're better than Anthony Poole's Dance to the Music of Time, but I don't know, I just don't think I've got the urge to read them at the moment, you know? Spotted Hemlock. First one with some tape on in a while, isn't it? I've only had a small handful that have had to be taped up by Alan historically. I can see why. Just coming away at the bottom of the cover there. A little bit grubby, this one. Yeah, Pocket Libra Milano. So this has been gone through Italy. Yeah, well, I'm going to put that in the to be polished pile, I think, that particular one. Thurber, who I really like. James Thurber, there he is. Great writer and sort of cartoonist as well. It's mad when you see some of these prices like 8p. And it's because Alan got a lot of his collection in the early... I think he started collecting properly in about 1972. But he did collect before then. And he picked up an awful lot in those early... between 70 and 80. 72 and 80, you know. Absolutely stacks. And that was the time to get them, of course. Lord Hornblower. Shame this one isn't A1 because it's one of the ones I know I actually need a better copy of myself. It's a bit of a shame it's not perfect, but I think the one that I've got has got some writing on the front, like a cross or something like that. So this is still probably going to be an improver to my original. I do like the Hornblower books. A big fan, you could say, of those. I've read them all multiple times. The Earlston Way. Sadly, it's got a 1 and 6 on the front, but it's not too intrusive. This one's stained on the bottom here, unfortunately. But we've seen much worse. Yeah, the stainage has meant that I haven't quite been able to rub the date and place out, but not to worry. First of the Doctor books. This one's got some tape on. Thankfully, I think I have these already. They were very, very common. I think they sold extremely well. They're unusual because they've got these all black covers with the silhouettes on, but I believe they're very, very common indeed. So I'm not too fussed about this one being in low grade. Try and slide a little bit of glue in there. It's decided to seal up on me, as it's wont to do, this glue. There we are. Yeah, not the best of copies. But as I said, it's one I've already got, so I'll just knock it out. Cheap and cheerful with my doubles when the time comes. I think I might give that one a polish as well, just to give it a little bit more. Doctor at Large. I said, I think in total, how many Doctor books are there? I think there's maybe 8. I think. All by Richard Gordon. And I think there's 5 movies, I think. What was his name again? The guy who played the Doctor. Oh, I can't remember. Great British actor. Yeah, that's not too bad. Tape on this one again, sadly. And once again, I'm going to give that, because it's got a black cover, it will really benefit from a polish. Even if they are cheap and cheerful, these ones. One more. Doctor in the House. This one's got no tape on, so it's a bit better condition. I remember reading a couple of them when I was young, and they were pretty good. Yeah, I can have a polish as well. It's a shame because it's faded. Biography. Yeah, shame that. So it's one I haven't got, so I will keep this one. But I'm going to pop it on my upgrade list because mine is, as you see, just faded beyond belief, this copy. We don't want that, do we? spaced out. £5p. Cool, blimey. Got one of them inside front cover ones. The rack. There we are. John Wyndham. Seems on the face of it quite a nice copy. Yeah, it's all right. Just pause there because the door flew open. I forgot I was having a break, and there's literally no wind today at all. And the door flew open. But although it hasn't rained, although it's not windy, it is. The sun has gone and the rain's come out. So how very dare it is what we say here. That's probably why the seagulls are crowing. It's usually when it rains, it's usually a bit choppy at sea, and they tend to come inland. World in a jug. That's all right. Now this one's got tape all down the spine. Don't like it when they're like this. So 2 bits of tape. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why did it get put on? It's hard to see, isn't it? Yeah. Sadly, letting the side down a bit. A crossword book. Well, first one of these we've seen in a while, isn't it? Someone's had a few practice words at the back. Yeah, so all the crosswords have been done, but at least it's not a bad looking example, so I'm always okay with that. There's another one, look, back-to-back crossword books. I'm never too fussy about them myself, even the early ones. Doesn't bother me too much. That looked like it had tape on it, which has now come off. Interesting. I'm sure some of the tape that he's put on has just literally aged and fallen off as the books have been packed and handled. That's the old inside cover. What's this? From 1962, De Gaulle's Real France. Nah. Modern classic. Valmouth, Prancing Nigger, The Eccentricities of Cardinal Pirelli. Never heard of it. It's a little bit dusty, so I'm going to pop this one in the to be polished pile. Nice early modern classic. The early grey livery. But yeah, he does need a bit of a polish, that one. Ferber again. Now, is it the same one we've already had, or is it different? I don't know. It may be a double. Yeah, no sign of that, but I think that was the one we already had, wasn't it? Man of Two Tribes. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? So the colour's bled through somehow. Or it's been dipped in orange juice. Look at that. It's like the colour's bled through, isn't it? Must have happened at the printers. Oh, that's a beautiful copy. Absolutely mint unread, that one. And this one I haven't got, so I'm particularly pleased with that one. Anybody can do anything. It's a nice one. Nice early modern classics again, Kafka as well. Looks in pretty good condition to boot. Yeah, very cool. A little bit of faint marks on the front, so I'm going to give that, because it's black cover again, give that one a polish. Oh dear. 3 bits of tape on this one. Yeah, this is in a pretty rotten old state, I'm afraid to say. Ugh, just feels really awful. I don't think it can be saved, you know. It's just too... It's really, really ropey. Yeah, I suppose someone might want it. I'm not a fan. Okay. Yeah, well, we've not done a bad job of it, but at the same time, just handling it makes me want to go and have a shower. It's grim. So it's going to need a darn good polish as well. And it may save it from what is almost certain death in my dustbin. Ugh. Cork in the doghouse. Breaking of Bumbo. Quite a nice one, that. Virtually mint, that one. Unlike some of the other monstrosities we've had to do today. Certainly a couple of very, very bad ones indeed. Big thick one. Miss Lonely Hearts and a Cool Maiden. Don't recognise that one. It's another nice early modern classic. That's cool. That's just coming away. We're going under there. No, the blue seems to have... there we are. I said that's the only downside to this bookbinder's glue is the fact that it does sort of dry on the tip unless you keep cleaning the tip off. And of course I'm zooming my way through 100 books at a time. I sometimes forget. But not now, because look. That should keep it clean. One more, I believe. No, another one in a terrible old situation. Look at that. Very, very beaten up indeed. This will be in the collection on borrowed time because it's not one I've got. I would recognise it. It's in a terrible, terrible state. But if I haven't already got it, which I haven't, yeah, that is awful. Just one of those ones that I don't think will be difficult to replace. So it may be so bad that I don't actually put this into the collection at all because it's such such a dog. But there we go. Well, look, we need to slide that pile into there, and we'll crack on with Man's Estate. Yeah, sometimes if you have a book that's too low grade, it really brings the books around it down as well. And I'd rather not have absolute, complete and utter dogs. Particularly, these are not wartime rarities, these are all around. You know, it's just a matter of being patient is all. So I'd rather just not have them in my collection at all, and fill them in, you know, because once I've finished going through all these books, it's not a complete run. So there is plenty that I am missing, but obviously nowhere near what it was. I think up to between 1,000 and 1,500, I'm now missing about 12, instead of like 250. So a huge improvement, as you can imagine. But it is not a complete set, because even Alan didn't have them all. And some that he did have, like that book just there, really they're a bit too low grade for me, and I don't really want them. I'd rather they were not included in the collection. Right, so I'm going to use the polish on that to try and get that circle off. The gazebo. Evidently this one came out a bit later, but is correct numerically. There we are. Bit of spine roll on that, but nothing too bad. Death of a Stray Cat, another one that looks slightly out of spot, but is not. Evidence in camera. Oh, I bet that's interesting. Photographic intelligence in the Second World War. Love Among the Haystacks. Slightly later D.H. Lawrence. The king is dead. No, he's not. He's absolutely fine. It's a little bit grubby, so I'm going to give that a polish as well, I think. He never came back. That's a good one. Nice. I think I have got a copy, but I think mine's not quite as nice as this, so this is a good upgrade for me. Key book. Yeah, pleased with that one. So it's quite a key publication. Not mint, but nice. Green Mare. Yeah, I have got this one. It's a bit of a big, thick, heavy book. It looks like it just needs a smidgen of glue. Just down the bottom here. Yeah, I think that's sorted that one out. I'm going to give it a polish as well because he's a little bit grubby. Not much, just a little bit. Lovely. I'm going to slide that pile in there like that. Still got a fair wedge to do here. Spotted deer. Yeah, I think there was I'm pretty confident there was the full 100 included in this lot. But that's okay. A similar. First of them we've seen today as well. Nice. It's got tape on. He's okay. Nurse is a neighbour. Quentin Blake cover. So it says inside there. Little run of nice ones at the moment. A love affair in Rome. "12 Horses in the Hangman's Noose." Blimey. The Law. Got this one, I remember it. This copy's a little bit grubby, so I'm going to pop him in the to be polished pile. Flight to Arras. Don't recognise this. Lovely. So we've almost done all the books, but just a short pile left before we go on to the next stage, which will be the polishing. Okay. Yeah, give that a polish as well. That one I recognise. The invisible flag. An 8p right in the middle. In that awkward to reach spot. Traveller's Prelude. Oh no. It's another full spiner. Oh look, it's virtually coming off in my hand. It's always the crime, isn't it? Ugh. Horrible. July 7th, 73, Birmingham. Yes, quite the worse for wear that, but even a polish isn't going to be able to help that much. Alfred Hayes, In Love. And the last one before the polishing is this. Isaac Babel. Pretty nice copy of that. Nice and square. Lovely. Right. That's not too bad. So next job then is the polishing before we start brushing. Get a clean bit of duster. That corner there is looking good. We got about a dozen books to polish up. Get that nicely soaked in. And we'll see how we get on. Some books will be better than others. I see there is actually one book we forgot, which is a B format. So by now, Penguin have started publishing B format paperbacks. And I see now that I've moved the polish that there's one more book to actually clean, which we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, it might be a bit difficult to pick up on film, but this polishing definitely is cleaning up a myriad of marks and dirt and stuff. And these covers are absolutely fine to do it. Not too heavy, but they are laminated with a light lamination, so they're okay to do this sort of treatment on. That's good. I got that circle off there. Excellent. Sometimes a light stain, bottom of a glass stain, can come off quite easily. Other times, just won't move at all. Ah, yeah, this one was a bit of a dog. Might clean it up a little bit. It was probably the worst book in the whole run of 100. Said annoyingly, it's one I haven't got. I know, but at the same time, I think he's too far gone for me to keep it, because it just makes the rest of them look awful. So that's going to just go in the pound bin. Another one with a big stain on the front. But that's come up lovely, as I thought it probably would. Last one. Look at that, I got that stain off straight away. That's lucky. Right. Now there was just that other one odd book, which was the B format one, the Penguin Ronald Searle, which is a good one. And look at that, there was nothing to do on it basically, so that's cool. So if we start doing some brushing to finish off, there's that one done. And we'll do the books we've just polished as well. Once again, I'm not seeing loads of dust come off these, which is really good. Obviously the books are much more modern, so these are, what we've been cleaning now has been basically about 60 years old, these books. But even so, I'm pleased that we're not having to do loads of really dusty brushing. So as I've said, it's head down and crack on with this main series now, because time is very much of the essence, so I can't muck around. I have to just crack on and do these. So it will be in a workmanlike style. But that's good. It's all good. Oh, it's a mucky job, this part of it. It's a job that needs to be done. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Hopefully you've already hit the subscribe button. We're now over 2,000, which is great news. Not that there's any sort of target that I'm going for, but it's nice to, see the channel growing slowly but surely. Obviously, over on my main channel is where you're going to see lots of regular book videos. Just look up Jules Burt, and if you do want to support my efforts over there, you have the option of leaving super thanks, or going to patreon.com, which some people like to do, or even YouTube channel memberships. So all the links to those are in all the descriptions. And you get your name in every video. To show the entire world that you're helping the book community out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today, and I will be back in 7 days with another one. Bye.